Aujourd'hui est un grand jour pour Pierre. Il commence à travailler avec la fourchette manager. Il peut désormais recevoir de nombreuses réservations tout en les centralisant dans son logiciel. Une fiche détaillée de son restaurant est publiée sur le site de lafourchette.com, TripAdvisor et sur des centaines d'autres sites partenaires. Pierre en profite pour installer un bouton de réservation sur son site internet et sur Facebook. Son restaurant est à présent visible et réservable 24 heures sur 24, 7 jours sur 7, partout dans le monde.
On continue pour cette fin de journée, fin de festival. On reprend la route pour aller découvrir un chef qui nous vient du Portugal, qui est actuellement basé à Londres. Je vous demande d'accueillir très chaleureusement Nuno Mendes, l'un des chefs les plus cool de Londres, qui vient nous présenter sa cuisine autour de ses deux restaurants, Jeune House et Taberna do Mercado.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. This is Patty. Patty works with me at the Firehouse. And we came here to, well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here. I don't know if Luke is around, but we've known each other for a long time.
On se connaît depuis longtemps, c'est toujours un plaisir de venir ici.
Yeah, sorry.
Il faut se souvenir effectivement que Nuno était là en 2008.
2008, I think it was, in Deauville still.
C'était à Deauville en 2008, donc il y a presque 10 ans que Nuno était là pour la première fois au festival Omnivore.
Yeah, so it's an honor to be back. It's been a long time, so it's.
On remercie
Thank you very
Nuno
much. Thank you. Okay.
d'être revenu presque 10 ans plus tard.
Thank you.
Nuno, you're in London. You have two restaurants.
Yes.
One
restaurant is a Portuguese restaurant called Taberna do Mercado, which
donc
is
c'est
really,
un restaurant portugais comme Nuno.
I'm sorry, my French is very. I'm struggling to speak French these days. When I used to come here a lot, I used to speak a lot better. Now I think I have to resort to English. Apologies. So basically, I have two restaurants now. One of them, Taberna do Mercado, which is really inspired by the food of Portugal. By the amazing product that we have, the tradition that we have.
C'est un restaurant qui est donc très influencé par ces produits incroyables qu'on a au Portugal.
Yeah, and I wanted to, traveling and working in different countries around the world. I've lived in different places.
J'ai beaucoup travaillé, beaucoup voyagé autour du monde.
Yeah, and it was really nice to finally be able to showcase my product. I mean, having worked in places and looking at product that is comparable to Portuguese. But it was from a different country, and I knew that in Portugal we had as good.
Et j'ai pu du coup comparer un certain nombre de produits et me rendre compte aussi de la qualité de ces produits portugais.
So it's very nice to be able to showcase that product from Portugal in London to the London public.
C'est évidemment un honneur de pouvoir proposer ces produits portugais. Could you say a word about the gastronomy, the Portuguese gastronomy right now? Because it's like a new, a reborn. Well, because of the Spain, sometimes we have the vision about the Iberian way of cook, and Portuguese was, a little bit shy. On peut dire un mot peut-être de cette gastronomie portugaise qui est vraiment en plein boom. Il y a plein de restaurants très intéressants qui proposent quelque chose qui est une variation ibérique qui n'a rien à voir avec l'Espagne.
Yeah, I mean, Portugal, like Spain, went through some pretty rough times. And I think there was a lack of Portuguese pride, sadly. I mean, I think there's a lack of opportunity at points, or lack of appreciation of what we had about our product.
On a eu des temps pas toujours très simples et on n'a pas toujours su aussi mesurer voilà, les différents éléments qu'on pouvait avoir.
So it was really nice to finally. I think you know, a lot of Portuguese, like myself, we left Portugal, and as we left Portugal, I think we started appreciating, little by little, understanding what we're missing and what we're not, the product that we have that we didn't champion, and perhaps we're quieter about. I mean, the Spanish. I mean, the product in Spain is incredible, but it's really nice to. I think we have comparable products, so I think we never really scream. We never scream very loud about it.
Et pour tous ces Portugais qui sont partis aussi, comme moi, il y avait aussi cette envie de retrouver. There is a Portuguese name for that, saudade.
Saudade, exactly. Yeah, it's the longing. Yeah, it's something very special for us. So it's nice to see. I mean, Lisbon's changed. I think it's now becoming an interesting destination. And I think that's fueled. I mean, years ago, Algarve was probably the south, the beaches in the Algarve was the only place where.
Le Portugal est devenu une destination évidemment reconnue internationalement, et pas simplement le sud, l'Algarve, qui est ce lieu où il y a les plages, concrètement, où il y a la mer.
And now it's changed dramatically. So now you see, I mean, there's a lot of tourism, agroturismo. So we have a lot of people interested in traveling, going to the Alentejo, which is an amazing region, and perhaps the one that's influenced me the most in my food. We have the Douro. I mean, with like
il y a des régions très intéressantes dans tout le Portugal, le Douro.
Yeah, Lisbon, Bairrada. I mean, like the country is full of treasures. The Açores, like the wealth that we have in the Açores, in terms of the dairy there, the food, the dairy and the cows. The pastures that we have. The wealth of fish that we have as well around the Açores, in the islands, the tropical climates that we have in Madeira, which are completely different as well.
On a du coup une multitude de terroirs, d'influences, et aussi, grâce à Madère, même des produits qui nous viennent pratiquement des tropiques.
Yeah,
and a lot of.
And then we have the baggage, and the baggage is which is several hundred years traveling around the world, and as sailors, so we bring the spices. Voilà. So if we put all that together, it actually becomes a pretty interesting combination, and you really see it from area to area how diverse Portuguese cuisine is. So one of our goals is to bring that back. The first dish, I wanted to.
Vous avez globalement compris. On parlait de cette tradition de voyage des Portugais. Il faut se souvenir que c'est les Portugais les premiers à avoir été au Japon, et aussi ramener énormément d'épices et d'influences qui venaient du bout du monde.
Absolutely.
So we are going to talk about the 4 dishes you will prepare.
Yeah, I'm doing 4 dishes now. Because Omnivore for me is always, Omnivore is about Jeune cuisine, creative cuisine. I wanted to bring something that a little bit is inspired by Portugal, but also some of it inspired by my travels, by kind of what I want to do in the future. I'm looking to open a new restaurant in London, hopefully this year.
All right.
And it'll be something similar to the project that I did before. So creative cooking, it's a small restaurant, and I wanted to do a little bit of the things that we're working on for that.
Okay.
The rough drafts of that.
I'm translating. L'idée, c'est à la fois de présenter cette vision qui veut promouvoir dans ses restaurants la vision du Portugal, mais aussi inspiré par tous ses voyages et ses découvertes. Et il va bientôt ouvrir, espérons-le, un nouveau restaurant à Londres. C'est ça qu'il a envie de nous proposer sur ce festival pour lequel il est très attaché, qui promeut, comme on l'a bien compris depuis 3 jours, la jeune cuisine et la création.
Okay, so the dishes are
let's talk
a little
about
bit
pork.
Inspired. So we have, the first dish that we have is actually a pork, and something that we're very proud of. This is Portuguese pork, we're very proud to say, from the Alentejo. It's acorn-fed pigs. They're from the area of Estremoz, which is a lovely little town in Alentejo. There's a lot of French actually in Estremoz now. A lot of, last time I was there, a lot of tourism in Estremoz from France, which is exciting. Anyways, so the pork is acorn-fed. Blackfoot pig, and you see him running around, around the pastures in the area, around in the next to acorn trees around there.
C'est donc un porc portugais avec les pieds noirs.
Excuse me?
No, I'm just translating. Just a few words because you're speaking so much.
No, sorry. I'll try to be quiet. So it's So it's Portuguese pork, and we just I like we rolled it in fat. Some of the fat, the trimming fat, we cook it down.
Ok, donc on va le cuire dans la graisse.
And we let it marinade for a little. We let it sort of age a little bit for about 2 weeks after that. So they got really like small pieces of it, and we just let them just age so they get a little stronger. And now I'm using it as a tartare.
Donc c'est comme un tartare qui va être mariné pendant 2 semaines, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So it's quite strong. I mean, we just chopped it just now. I mean, upstairs, and basically.
This is fresh pork. You just raw.
Fresh pork, which I really like. I like serving. It's not necessarily for everyone's cup. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I love.
C'est pas forcément du goût de tout le monde parce qu'évidemment on peut imaginer.
The flavor is really nice. I find it very special.
Que les goûts sont assez francs, assez marqués, mais. Effectivement, ça sent très bon. On est entre la salaison, enfin pas la salaison, mais presque, et la viande fraîche.
And you can see the color of it is very different from the traditional sort of white pork, you know.
Oui, la couleur de la chair est très dark, et très sombre.
Yeah. So this over here, what we have, this is a fermented pepper paste called massa de pimentão. It's a Portuguese ingredient. So typically in Portugal, what we do is we smoke the peppers.
Donc c'est une pâte.
And over the fire, and then basically we make a paste out of it, let it ferment.
Donc c'est les poivrons fumés au-dessus de la cheminée qui vont ensuite être utilisés, qui vont être fermentés et mixés.
So it's got a really vinegary, yeah. So we make this in house. This is the one that we make in house. It's quite strong,
ouais.
Yeah.
On a un goût très prononcé et en même temps ce côté vinaigré.
Yeah, so exactly. I mean, the fermentation brings the acidity out of it. So
qui donne de l'acidité grâce à la fermentation.
We make a puree out of that, and then when we blitz it, we save some of the powder, some of the byproduct, and we dehydrate into a little powder, which is really nice. So we just blitz it, and it's
Okay, on a vraiment le même goût, mais sous la forme d'une petite poudre.
So this is it's a dish based on pork and things that we like about the pork, and then I just do the cauliflower. So we just put the fermented pepper paste, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil from Portugal.
Okay, de l'huile d'olive du Portugal, bien sûr.
And then just mix it. It's really lovely.
This is a kind of Portuguese tartare.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, at the firehouse we have a really nice tartare, but it's perhaps more inspired by our travels. And this is a tartare really sort of Portuguese, and it smells a little bit like the cure for the chouriço. When you start making chouriço, in fact, the idea started from that. When you make the Portuguese chouriço, the cured meats, it's the smell of it. When you smell this,
on va retrouver quand même à la fois l'odeur de ce chorizo portugais, qui n'est pas tout à fait le même que celui qu'on peut trouver en Espagne, qui est moins gras. Que there is less fat in the Portuguese chorizo than in Spain.
And I find this a little sweeter. I don't know. I'm not sure why. I wish I could tell you, but because at one point at the firehouse we used a friend of mine he raises pigs around the border around Badajoz, and basically I can't remember the name of the town, but it's on the other side of the border from Estremoz, so northern Alentejo. And his pigs, his name is Manuel Maldonado. His pigs are amazing, and his embutidos.
What's the name of the pig?
No. The producer is Manuel Maldonado, who's a very good friend of mine. And I love his Iberico pork, and for a long time I used his Iberico pork, but then I tasted this one from Estremoz, and I find it a little sweeter, a little lighter, and a little nuttier as well.
Plus douce, hein?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So basically, we just have a little bit of the tartare on the plate. I like...
So this kind of dish you served in the Taberna do Mercado, or?
This is maybe a smaller portion of this, but I think this, the new restaurant that I'm setting up, it is inspired by all my experiences. So I think it has space there. What I'm doing here, I think it has space there. This is a little bit of the lardo that we have, okay? Lardo that we have, so a little bit of the pork fat.
This is put it in salt and with herbs?
Yeah, this is cured.
Okay, this is...
Just salt cured. This one's just salt cured. Sometimes we do, at Taberna, we do some really nice ones with... can you just light up the blowtorch? Sometimes we do some really nice one just with pepper, with garlic. Thank you very much. We have the grill at Taberna, so enough. I just want a little bit, just to melt it a little
Okay.
bit.
And it's come from Portugal also?
Yeah.
This is the same producer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, is this cutting? Okay. Yeah.
Bon,
Basically, and then I have, this is cauliflower hearts, which is something, is a
Ça,
product
c'est le
I'm always
cœur
amazed by.
C'est le cœur du chou-fleur, hein, donc.
It's a product that I love, and I have.
This is used just like that.
Yeah, and it's so nice, huh? Like that, no? So just
C'est vrai qu'on a l'habitude de le
Yeah.
foutre à la poubelle, mais
So just little shavings of that. Then,
ça a un goût entre le céleri, effectivement, et le
and I
chou-fleur,
have,
bien
this
sûr.
is the same cauliflower heart that we marinated in a little bit of whey.
Donc ça, c'est
Yeah.
ce produit qui a été mariné.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of buttermilk whey and we used it. So I want to use, this is the pork skins. Because we serve the pork, we actually use a lot of the pork skins, the crispy skins.
Ça va être la peau du cochon, juste frite, on imagine.
So we cook them and then basically we save them.
Ah non, donc il va être cuit, puis remisé.
So we cook them on the grill and then we, just before we serve it, we take them out. So we use them after they're being cut, and then, if you want to. And then, sorry, I'm feeding you a lot. You don't have to eat all day. So basically, after, we just build up this surplus of skins. And what we do, we just, we boil them, press them, and then fry them. They get really
Donc
nice.
là, ces peaux de cochon vont être successivement entre les chutes le pied du chou-fleur. Ça va donner un peu de relief, ça va donner un peu aussi de croustillant, de texture.
These are the. So it's really nice because you have lots of layers. It's quite green. And then we have a little bit of walnuts.
Donc on va avoir quelques morceaux de noix également.
So it's a dish. I think this dish touches a lot on Portuguese tradition, but then it takes a little bit of travels, you know. And cauliflower is something that we use a lot in Portugal, and we make pickles out of it. So my first memories of eating cauliflower are actually from the days when I was growing up, eating it with pickles, you know.
Voilà, moi mes premiers souvenirs de chou-fleur, c'était plutôt en pickle au Portugal.
And then this is a little the fermented red pepper paste.
Et on va
I like a lot of
rajouter
that. Okay.
cette poudre de
Quite strong, but it's very nice.
poivron fermenté.
That's it, yeah. That's the
Et
first
c'est
dish.
une belle assiette, ça aussi. Hein.
Okay.
Thank you, Nuno.
Not sure what to do with this. Should I put it somewhere?
Yeah, put it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, the next dish is, thank you. Is the salmon almost ready? Cool. Let's just get rid of this.
Waouh.
Okay. So, thank you very much. So, this dish is, I'll take the flat plate. Yeah, thank you. So, this is an experiment that we started at Jeune, and we started fermenting beetroots, and we started.
Donc ça, c'est les betteraves fermentées.
Yeah, basically juicing beetroots, and then mixing it with the pulp of the beetroot, and then hitting it with 2% salt.
Donc on va mixer le jus de la betterave, rajouter du sel, 2% à peu près.
And then letting it, just covering it and letting it, stay in the fridge for, anywhere. I think the least, I think the shortest amount of time we've done so far is 6 days. Okay, but we have some that we made, which is about 4 months old. So it's very strong. So that's full on.
C'est 6 jours minimum.
Yeah. So we had a mix of something that's been 4 months old. And then we cut it back with something.
This is like red fruit juice.
Yeah, and it's really, the consistency of this is pretty crazy.
C'est un goût de jus de fruits rouges, c'est assez étonnant.
So it's really strong. You can only take a little bit of it because it's very strong. So what we did, we basically.
On va l'ajouter donc.
So I mixed a little bit of mussel juice, a little bit of seafood juice, a little bit of beetroot juice, young beetroot juice.
You said seafood juice?
Mussel.
Mussel. Donc un petit jus de moule qui va être effectivement ajouté à ce jus de betterave et ce jus de betterave fermenté.
And then we mix it with a little bit, so about 20% of the really old, mature sort of beetroot, and then the rest is the fresh, the stuff that has only been done for a week. So it's quite nice and controlled. And then we just marinated the beetroots with it. So these are roasted beetroots that we roasted in the oven, or we either roast them or grill them, and then just peel them off and just marinate them on that.
Okay,
so it's got
betteraves qui vont être juste cuites au four, ensuite épluchées, qui vont être mélangées à cette préparation.
And then this is salmon bellies, which I love.
Donc ça, c'est la poitrine de saumon. This is the
And again,
fattest.
it's got such a nice color. And we marinated in fermented beetroot juice, and it took a really nice, sort of delicate.
Yesterday we
flavor.
made, a Brazilian chef named Maurizio Zillo made white fish with blood, with blood pig.
Yeah, I love
And
that. Yeah.
it's a little bit the same, the color.
We use a lot of pig's blood in Portugal, and I love it. I mean, we have cabidela, which is something that
Je
we.
rappelais le fait que hier matin, Maurizio Zillo a
Yeah.
fait une recette de poisson blanc au sang de cochon qui était lui-même mélangé avec de la betterave. Et c'est tout à fait la même couleur, même si c'est certainement pas du tout le même goût.
So yeah, so this is just the beetroots that we have with the fermented beetroot juice. Then we have we like using. We use a lot of salmon, and I must say that the salmon bellies are probably one of my favorite part of the fish.
C'est vraiment la partie que je préfère de ce poisson. C'est donc cette poitrine qui est la partie la plus grasse. This is the fattest part of the salmon, I think.
Yeah, it's got a really nice fattiness that I love to use, and so we cure it, and then we like to just thank you. We cure it, and we like to just save it and basically slow cook it, because the fattiness is wonderful. And we do quite a few things with the salmon. So we obviously, we try to get the salmon skins, and we cure them. We dry them and fry them. And
Ça,
then
c'est la peau du saumon, les œufs, et ça, c'est une partie de la peau.
This is and then here we have the salmon roe that we cure.
Donc, ils sont eux-mêmes.
So it's cured, so hence the reason why it's so loose,
Okay.
And then we have.
Ils ont séché, concrètement. They're dried.
Yeah. And this is the salmon bloodline. And the bloodline of the salmon, basically, when you're trimming salmon,
The black one.
When you take the skin, you wind up with the bloodline.
Ça, c'est cette partie, effectivement, qui reste sur le saumon, qui est la partie la plus foncée, qui contient le sang du poisson, en fait.
Yeah. So basically, what we do is we marinate this and we make a jerky out of it.
Ah ouais.
So we marinated. We pat it dry, we roll it in kombu, and then we dehydrate it and smoked, and it becomes like a really nice salmon jerky. So it's got a really nice
Ça ressemble
flossy.
effectivement à ce bœuf séché un peu qu'on voit aux États-Unis,
Yeah.
like a beef jerky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So we use it. Yeah. Which is quite an interesting. It's obviously dry, but it's got a nice moisture to it.
C'est très gras parce que c'est effectivement une partie du poisson. Et en même temps,
But again, it's a lovely part of the
sent le
salmon
fumé, mais
that
pas
we always
trop,
forget to use,
c'est vraiment bon. C'est un peu,
Yeah.
un peu croustillant.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice because
You use it for the texture.
yeah,
Okay, add the skin.
yeah.
Okay.
So they have the skins.
Donc il va rajouter cette peau de saumon. How do you make it? This
The
is only-
skins. So we dry them,
Ok, elle va juste être séchée.
and then we flash fry them.
Flash fry.
Flash fried, so they puff.
Ok, ça veut dire.
So they need to be really well dehydrated. So when you basically, after you prep the salmon, you have to scrape them really well. And the scraping process is when you get the bloodline. So as you get the bloodline, you then basically these become very very thin, so they're very easy to puff. They're nice and clean, and then this becomes a nice byproduct.
C'est finalement les chutes qu'on en récupère une fois qu'on a vraiment la peau qui a été bien nettoyée et qu'on va juste faire frire très rapidement dans un bain d'huile pour la faire éclater.
Then a little bit of this raw. Okay. That's it. Okay. That's just
Ça c'est un très joli plat aussi. Franchement, le saumon betterave de Nuno Mendes.
Thank you.
Avec ce jeu de texture, ce jeu de couleurs autour du saumon et de la betterave. Ok.
So over the last years, I've been spending. I like salmons. I really love the skins. To work with the skins of products. So
J'ai visiblement un toc autour des peaux des produits.
I've been using milk skin for a long time, and the skin that you get from the milk. Salmon skin, cod skins, and another one of my favorites is chicken skin.
De la peau de poulet, donc.
So we brought a lot. It's a good snack if you guys want to share it, and I don't know if you want to pass it around. There's quite a few. So yeah, we just press them, and you can see actually with the light, with the color. So they're pressed. So they have a beautiful sort of color and shape. You can see that they're basically layered and layered and layered, and you get this really nice.
How many chicken do you have in this one?
Man, it's hard to say.
More
Just
than one.
Yeah, because I mean, we try to get big pieces of chicken,
Okay.
and then we
On essaie de récupérer les plus gros morceaux, mais effectivement,
yeah, and again we scrape them, and then we slowly cook them for a very long time, and we get this. And this is something that I've been obsessed with for a long time. After that, so from that passion, one of the things that I've done with salmon skin as well in the past that I loved is. It's something that I find very Portuguese, that you know, and I think in Japan you see this as well, which is the idea of getting something perfectly crispy, and then sort of taking it to the next step, which is basically softening it again.
donc l'idée c'est d'utiliser de le rendre le plus crispy possible, mais de le rendre souple derrière, comme on pourrait le faire au Japon visiblement, ou en Portugal où il y a cette envie d'utiliser ces produits séchés et ensuite réhydratés.
Yeah. So I've done this with salmon skins, I've done this with milk skins, I've gone both ways with it. And something happens in the middle that really is, you can't really, you know, it's a new product in a sense, because, you know, if I was
It
to
looks
just...
like leather, you know,
Yeah,
on dirait du cuir.
this is, yeah. And it's got a lovely sort of tofu-like texture. I mean, so this is basically what I did there. After I fried the chicken skin, I just cooked it in a really fragrant stock, and it gets this really, really nice sort of lovely texture again, which is what I'm looking for.
La texture est effectivement très souple et
Yeah.
en même temps on n'est pas du tout dans la texture de la peau de poulet qui sortirait du four. Hein, finalement, on est dans quelque chose qui est plus dense et qui est moins cassant. Non, c'est intéressant. Ça, c'est un tout nouveau produit.
And it still tastes, and obviously I pick it up in chicken stock. So I rehydrate in chicken stock, and it really gets a really nice flavor.
Il y a aussi du bouillon de poulet qui fait que ça a vraiment cette odeur de poulet et de poulet rôti à la fois.
And the other thing that I love is seaweed.
Donc
And I find that this is one of the meatiest dishes that I've made.
ça c'est les algues, hein, donc
This is kombu,
kombu.
that I've basically braised for a very long time again.
The texture is pretty similar.
It is.
On a vraiment le même jeu de texture entre l'algue et la peau de poulet.
So it's got a really nice profile flavor, and the brininess that it has is perfect as a counterpoint to this.
Et il va chercher le côté très brillant de cette algue.
So what I have here, this is kombu dashi.
Okay, donc un dashi de kombu.
Yeah.
Dashi
So
qu'on a.
which is basically the dashi that we made. So basically, the stock from cooking this, from boiling this, with just a little bit of ginger, a little bit of salt, just cooked down.
Voilà, c'est un bouillon, hein, on l'a déjà vu plusieurs fois, effectivement.
And then this is the chicken, sort of, maybe I'll get a couple of these. So this is the broth from the chicken. So it's got a lot of stock in it. It's got a little bit of fat in there naturally.
Voilà, là on a le bouillon de poulet qui est bien concentré. Hein.
So you just pick it up again. I mean, this has been, it's had a fair bit of use, so you can see, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So the idea is to just rehydrate them back in there.
Voilà, l'idée ça va être de réhydrater cette peau à nouveau, qui elle-même a déjà été réhydratée, pour avoir encore plus de goût.
So now here we have, this is fried garlic and fried ginger.
Donc ail frit et
And I love these, the profile flavor of this is really lovely.
gingembre
Is that
frit.
going? I think that's going, yeah, okay. Just put it there. So yeah, we just fry it, just chop garlic and chop ginger very fine. Fry it very slowly, and I love using this as an aromatic for seasoning stocks.
Il utilise souvent donc ces fritures qui sont plutôt lentes, qui vont donc exhaler pas mal de goût, comme un assaisonnement.
Something I can mix with? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
On a encore du calamar.
And a little stock pot. Okay, I'll take that as well. So yeah, so basically what we're doing here, I like to add a little bit of this garlic and ginger, a little crispy, and then the rest is going to be added to the stock, okay?
Donc voilà, on va garder aussi ce côté un peu craquant,
And the profile flavor that this
mais il
gets
va en ajouter une grande partie dans le
really
bouillon,
quite special,
qui
you
va
know?
lui aussi apporter un élément aromatique
Okay.
très fort.
Okay. So just let it really cook down. So thank you very much. And then, so we're going to pass that. And it just really, it doesn't take very long, and it gets a lovely sort of emulsified, half split, half emulsified profile flavor. But it's
Voilà, l'idée de pas trop faire
really,
chauffer,
really
c'est
nice,
juste pour
you know?
faire sortir les arômes.
You can smell it, no? Like
Ouais, et on
yeah,
sent-
it's really,
on-
really strong.
On sent évidemment très
Yeah.
fort les arômes.
Yeah. So we have that. Okay, then we can pass it for presentation. And the strainer, is that okay, Patty? Thank you very much. You can go for a long time with this. That's fine. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Oh. Okay. So this is the guy we're going to put on the plate. Then I have this and the squid.
Et donc,
Here you
the squid.
Do we have something to press it with? Don't necessarily, do we? Old school style. Right. So basically, oh, let's see.
Ah bah, ça nous rappelle quelque chose.
It's okay. It's okay. Fine.
Pour ceux qui étaient là hier, hein, c'est Pierre Gagnère qui a terminé aussi comme ça.
Again, this is something that is very Portuguese. Just the flavor of squid just cooked à la plancha. Just really, really quite lovely. Patty, do you want to go fishing? Should we go
Oops, sorry.
fishing? Okay. Okay. Ugh. Okay, just a little searing on that. Whoop, sorry.
On n'a pas fait de calamar encore, je crois, depuis le début du festival. Ah si, on en a fait juste avant.
Okay. What happened? Sorry.
No, I said it's the first time we saw a squid during the festival, but no,
Oh,
we
it's
had
lovely.
2 demonstrations before.
You did? You have it? Oh.
But not in this way. It was a Belgium squid.
Nice. This is a UK squid.
Ça vient
Very special.
d'Angleterre,
Okay.
Royaume-Uni.
So thank you very much. So basically,
The time is almost over.
yeah.
Do you know that?
Sorry?
The time is almost
Yeah,
over.
sorry. I'll be done soon. The idea of,
This is like a millefeuille.
yeah, but just really, really, really braised chicken skin.
Donc cette peau de poulet, comme ça, cette texture a l'air quand même assez étonnante, hein, entre la viande, la peau, ça honnêtement.
Okay, so I want a little bit of succulence.
Pour-pied,
Then just mixed up with a little bit of ginger and garlic oil. Then, okay. Lovely garlic and ginger sauce. on top.
le bouillon,
And a little bit of garlic and ginger.
qu'on va avoir vraiment un jeu de texture, là, un jeu de matière,
That's it,
hyper,
okay?
hyper étonnant.
Okay.
On peut applaudir
Okay.
Nuno pour
Okay,
cette
thank
recette
you.
qui n'est
Okay.
sortie nulle part ailleurs pour le moment.
Okay.
Nuno, I have a challenge for you.
So can I still, very quickly, yeah?
Yes, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, right. So the next dish is, where's the lobster?
Donc,
Okay, so basically what we did here, we have, this is lobsters that we cured, lobster tails that we cured,
donc ça, c'est des queues de homard.
and basically we made a stock out of the heads, and this is courgette hearts that we salted.
Donc ça, il y a un bouillon qui est réalisé avec
Yeah,
les
just
têtes
do
du
the lobster,
homard.
just
Et ça, c'est des courgettes. Hein.
yeah, just press it down, yeah. So courgette hearts that we seasoned with a little bit of the lobster oil.
Ok, donc
So
je vais
like we salt them
assaisonner
first, squeeze them really well, and
à
after you
l'huile
squeeze them, they get
homard.
very. Sorry, I don't know. After you squeeze them, they get very bendy. They become very pliable, and they really
ils
take
deviennent
on
hyper souples.
marinate very well. So we just basically poach them. We just let them marinate overnight and just warm them up
On va juste les
very
faire mariner
very
pendant,
gently. Thank
pendant
you
une
very
nuit.
much. This is just brushed.
Ça aurait été dommage de la louper, cette queue de homard.
Okay.
On a vraiment une cuisson.
Just a little bit of skimming on that. And again, we have the sauce. So this is the bouillon and a little bit of lobster oil. And the texture that it has, the springiness that it has against the, yeah, you got it?
Un bouillon express qui fait monter au beurre.
Just mount it a little bit
Voilà,
with butter,
une
and then
petite
we just
émulsion.
brush this on the lobster.
Donc on a cette huile de homard qui va napper comme ça.
And this is basically, that's the remouillage of making the oil. So we have a lovely oil. Yeah, okay. We have a lovely oil from the lobster, and then basically we reboil it and season it really well, and just a little bit of. It's a lovely dish. Oh, we don't want that. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Finished?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, mesdames,
That's it.
messieurs,
Thank you.
on remercie chaleureusement Nuno Mendes pour ces 4 recettes. Yes, put it here.
Cool,
Thank you very much.
Thank
Nuno
you very
Mendes
much. I
et
hope
son
I didn't talk too
assistant.
much. Sorry.
Merci beaucoup.
Cheers. Bye.
À Londres, il faut aller le voir. On va remettre dans 5 minutes la prochaine, l'avant-dernière démonstration. À tout de suite.